My name is Shauna and I'm from Austin, Texas. I teach third grade, and this is my 16th year to teach. I teach in the Round Rock School District, which is a little bit north of Austin. I have the wonderful luxury of being able to teach only language arts this year. The school that I teach at is highly ESL. We have an Indian population there that's about 2/3 of our school too. I feel like my kids have really made a lot of gains with their reading comprehension. I mainly attribute that to your intervention program. I really feel like that has really helped my kids a whole lot. All of my class, well, both of my classes are reading on level this year. I don't have any students that are below level, and their comprehension has really improved dramatically. So I really think that has a lot to do with the intervention program. I was brand new to third grade this year. I had never taught third grade before. I had mainly taught kindergarten. That's the bulk of my experience. Felt very comfortable teaching kindergarten. And my principal had asked me to switch to third grade just a little more than a week before school started. So my teaching goal was really just to learn how to teach third grade. I did reading and writing workshop in kindergarten, but in third grade, you're more reading to learn instead of learning to read. And so making that adjustment for me, that was my real goal, is just trying to feel comfortable with reading and writing workshop. We're highly Fontes and Pinnell, and so I was attracted to Jen's resources right away because of your work with them, and reading and writing workshop is really important to our district. So what I would do was just search the internet. I would Google, I would look on Teachers Pay Teachers, I looked on other websites, and your name kept coming up as far as a great resource that, you know, you can't go wrong with Jim Bengal. You can't go wrong with Jim Bengal. I found you, just your website, your resources, and purchased a couple of them, and really it was a saving grace for me because what I struggled with was like a sequence, a flow of what to teach in what order. I knew what concepts I needed to teach, but there definitely is a sequence in what you needed to teach first, second, and third. After I purchased your reading and writing workshop, your units of study, I was really hooked on your resources. I followed your Jen Bengal website, and so I just started seeing your little ads come up, and I'm like, okay, I have this and this and this on my wish list, and like this would be like a dream come true for me to be able to not only have access to your resources just at the touch of a finger, but just being able to have additional things that, you know, like were a dream, you know, that maybe in the future I could own these too. And I knew I had like your spelling, your mini units of study. I had many things on my wish list, and I just knew this is absolutely what I needed to do. Instead of having to go to different books or looking on our district plan, I can go straight to the Out of the World Literacy. And if I need something on summarizing, I can look and I can find a perfect lesson that will go through. And I love that it's like sequential too. So maybe if you've taught part of it, it's like, oh, here's the part that my class is missing. And so it's really been able to help me fill in the gaps for the pieces, especially when I find students are struggling in a certain area, or if I need a small group lesson, it's just at the touch of a finger now. What I have noticed, when I'm doing a mentor text, something that I've taught, they're starting to notice more. They'll point out to me even during independent practice, look, Mrs. Langham, this is where, you know, we've been learning about, you know, theme, and or this is a character change in this, you know, and I really like those concepts that they're starting to actually apply to their reading, and it makes me really happy to hear that. I might have a lesson where I'm teaching inferencing or something, and they're like, oh, here, this is where, you know, foreshadowing or something that they see in the book that I hadn't even thought, and it really makes me proud. Major wins for me is absolutely the essence of time saving. I'm not having to spend hours searching the internet trying to find what I need, because everything I need is right here. At the touch of the finger, I have everything that I need and more. That really has been a huge factor for me, just to save time. What I would suggest is to not try too many things at once. Maybe use one resource and see how that works for you, and not try to overwhelm yourself by trying too many things at a time. I try different things, I see how they work, and if it works well, I keep going with it. If it doesn't work so well, I switch and do something different. So I think just trying one thing at a time is really going to be a benefit.